You go first because usually your name's first.
Oh, yeah.
Pair.
I'm Kim.
And I'm Aliya.
We do comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And we
school.
Oh, we do school also. I'm studying computer science. It does impact it because it's really time consuming. But it also impacts it in a good way because I can do like funny apps and funny websites and make comedic entertainment with computer science.
I'm studying global studies, and I guess it helps comedy in the way, it's kind of time also, because I have way more free time to pursue like comedy and stuff. And
because yours isn't as hard.
yeah, exactly. So with that extra time where like instead of taking math classes, for example, I can go and like do comedy stuff. So
and then if math comes up in our comedy, I could just answer it.
Yeah,
I could
yeah,
do the problem. So.
And then like if we need income also.
Yeah, and yeah, sometimes you have to like use money to fund art, and I'm able to
That's
get that.
where the tech.
But then sometimes also you want to write like a political satire piece, and I'm, like, what is government?
And that's when I step in. Together we make art. Yeah. That's why we work together.
Separately, we're not like good.
Like ruins. Like bad.
It's like, what is the opposite of art?
What is that?
Like,
the opposite of
garbage.
Garbage.
Yeah. Individually we make garbage.
Together art.
I guess I do define Aliya as an artist.
And I was gonna say the same thing. I define me as an artist.
Yeah, Aliya as an artist.
Yeah, and Kim.
An intellectual.
Yeah. But no, yeah. Personally, I think finding a comedy partner is really helpful, and that could be to any like capacity. Like you could, I don't know, just someone to like that has a similar sense of humor. I think is a solid start, and then work with them if you want to, and maybe it'll make your art better, or maybe it won't. But at least you have someone that like you'll enjoy doing comedy with, because it's like, I don't know, at the end of the day it's comedy, it's fun. It's like,
yeah, I think some advice I'd give to someone starting comedy would just to be like, do everything, just try it, because I know so many people that I meet that are like, yeah, I'm thinking about starting stand-up. I'm like, well, don't think about it, just like do it. It's not, because you can go do an open mic and no one else cares what you do because everyone's like afraid to go on stage.
I feel like we definitely had like a period, maybe like last year, where we need to try every form of comedy, because we did writing, and then we even did like radio on air, and then
we've done improv.
And we've done improv.
Started doing sketch.
Mm-hmm.
I've done stand-up.
Yeah, and then we started hosting, and then we're like, oh, well, let's do producing, and then so we produced the show.
We actually have a couple of shows together. We do a radio show together called Executive Decision with Kim and Aliya. And for that, we bring on an executive in comedy and have them make some sort of big life decision for us.
And then we follow that. Like, whatever they say, we do it. We implement it in our life. And then...
That's a really life-changing show for us.
Yeah. Sometimes for the worst, but...
Yeah, but, their call.
The Best Friend show is our other show that we do. It's outside of UCLA, and it's at the Nerdist showroom at Meltdown Comics. And...
It's a storytelling show where comedians can bring any friend they want to tell a story with, and we host it and produce it. It's fun. Yeah, we do it every month, and almost a year now. Yeah, it's gonna be 1 year in May.
Yeah, my next show.
For our growth, I think we'd have the same two organizations that really helped us, which would be CLA Radio and Seder Magazine.
Yeah, because first off, we met doing those things. So I started out, I was the editor of Seder, the comedy magazine, and then Kim was in comedy radio before I was, and then we each joined each other's groups.
Yeah. And so where I was comedy manager of radio, and Aliya joined and became my assistant, and Aliya was editor-in-chief of Seder, and I joined and became her assistant. So
we were each other's bosses and employees, but none of it was paid, so it was all fair. So and also that is just an outlet for comedy, both of those groups, and they're like, I think both groups value like creativity.
Yeah,
so
we really
that was,
got
like,
to practice performing
yeah.
together in radio, and then with Seder, it was like we got to practice writing. Being in college, there's a lot of pressure to set yourself up to get a job after you graduate. That's kind of the point, I feel like. But then actually being in college, I felt like that didn't as much become the point. Now it feels like, let's try to do whatever we can to be happy in the end.
Yeah.
Maybe we've grown up, I don't know, but
Just do something outside of your field, because we're not like art majors.
yeah. Yeah, we don't study.
We don't study the arts. We just make it.
It's
It's weird.
it's like people study us.
That's interesting.
I feel like there's no reason to be like intimidated by any field or like task or if like someone else is doing it, you can just try it.
And this advice is coming from two people in their early 20s. This life advice.
All the stuff we've learned in the last, or full 20 years.
22. And so know that